Hey guys, we at the NBC Universal TCAs. I am so excited to be here. I can't wait for you guys to see the amazing interviews we got today. Stay tuned. No,
we do that. She said, I love you, JP. How can I not hug her? That smile.
You are like, I'm a hairstylist.
Oh,
so.
Am I? Come on, I'm sure she's watching this too. You're the host of the show.
You're the host of the show. Come on. Hi, I'm Queen for Black Hollywood Live. How are you?
I love the name.
Okay, you are a legend in the beauty business, sorry, but you're standing with. You gotta. I'm not worthy. Okay, Mr. Paul Mitchell. Okay, Mr. John Paul. Okay. Let me get JP. Let me get my bearings together. Okay. This is like huge for me right now. I was like, I have to interview him. Okay. Tell us a little bit about the show, Follow the Leader. We need to know what exactly are you going to teach us by watching this show, and what is what inspired you to do it?
When CNBC came to me in the show, they said, JP, it's an opportunity for you, because you're a giving man, to give to people, to show them not just how you built Paul Mitchell and Patron, but how you still run them today.
Right.
You know, the strategic meetings, what's said, what decisions you still have to make, and at the same time, JP, you're launching two new, what look like could be billion-dollar brands. How do you keep these two going and you have these other two brands? What's the relation between plants and people and giving back, and and how do you do that while you're still running these two major companies as chairman of the board? How do you do it? And I said, exactly. And I said, if we could go on to show me. And this shows everything from my home in Austin, my world offices in Austin, to even coming to LA where Paul Mitchell's headquartered. I even took Farnoosh with me yesterday into East LA. We're in Echo Park. Yeah, and she met a few little gang members there, and a few people got shot.
I was afraid.
So it's showing the whole thing, but showing people how to do it, how I do it, and I'm launching a new brand so people can know that America still works. When you see my beginnings, we had nothing when we started.
I read that you came from humble. You came from humble beginnings.
Paul Mitchell lived in my car for 2 weeks. $700. I mean, no, but people can still, America still works. Everyone has to know. I don't care your color, your race, your religion, no matter where you're at, America works if you believe in yourself. And when you have rejection, keep believing in yourself.
That's one of the questions I was going to ask. You started in a car and now you are like a billionaire. How did you know that Paul Mitchell was going to be huge? How did you know? You just believed it and you knew that you had an amazing product and knew that you had an amazing... I want to cry.
Your question is so cool, and the answer is, we didn't know that. We were hoping we would eat and have enough money to get into an apartment and we'd survive. Our dream was if only we could do $5 million a year. We'd each make a couple $100,000. We are set for life. Oh my, we're so happy. In those days, had no idea how big it could get. And along the way as it grew, we learned that, hey, we could keep on doing things right, caring about people and our staff, continue to grow. And it's caring about people the show lets me show also. Paul Mitchell is 36 years old. We're in 95 countries. My turnover is less than 100 people. We love our people. We're not bosses, we're family.
They won't let me in.
Well, no one leaves. Queenie, nobody leaves, Queen. Nobody leaves. No one wants to leave.
They need to let me in.
We love our people. We love our people. They're part of us.
What exactly do you do on the show? What is your character?
I am the host. I am the one following the leader. I am the one who is the eyes and ears of this show, and I have the great privilege and honor of having this unparalleled access to these entrepreneurs' lives. I mean, imagine you just spent 2 minutes with him. How much do we love John Paul, right? I get to spend 48 hours, maybe even longer with him if he's being really generous. And
they have 72 hours with you and me together.
Yeah. And the goal of the show is to really show, like he said, show the viewer how magic is made, and it's not magic. It's hard work, it's strategy, it's mindset, and what makes these entrepreneurs so special and so unique. Not everyone can become a billionaire. Not everyone has a rags to riches story, but certainly there are some takeaways. And I think that right now there's an immense hunger out there to learn these skills.
Yes,
America
we try every day.
Works for all the people.
But it's hard to say. It's hard. I've been striving for a while, and it's just like we don't. It's like, how do we get to that level? What do we do? How do we get there? We try so hard. We strive so hard. We take classes. We learn as much as we can learn. But it's just seemed like we can never reach the pinnacle. So
sometimes it's the voices in your head. I mean, if you actually repeat that to yourself enough, you will believe that you can't get to the pinnacle, right? You got to change the voices in your head, change your story, actually believe that you can get there, visualize it. I mean, that's the emotional side of it, but then there's also some strategy, which we won't share because we want you to watch the show.
But within yourself, it's be prepared for a lot of rejection. If the door slammed in your face 100 times, be just as enthusiastic on door number 101, figuring, hey, maybe it'll take 1,000 doors before I break through, but I'm never going to give up on myself. God gave me this life. He gave me this, and part of it is, hey, I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to keep on trying and trying and trying and never give up.
Can I say one more thing?
Of course.
Because I think this has been a real revelation for me. People like John Paul, they don't see necessarily success and wealth as this encapsulated thing that just impacts them and their families. Their ambition is driven by the reality is that when you become wealthy and successful, you can change the world. And it's not just about you. And if you actually think that way, that's quite the motivator, right?
Your smile is one hell of a good start.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm Queen. Thank you, guys. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to our interviews today. I had a ball, I had a wonderful time, and I hope you did too. If for any information, check out my Twitter @QueenLive, my Instagram @QueenWink. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for our next interviews. We love you. Black Hollywood Live.